Hello everybody, welcome back. The upcoming Alpha 3.0 is a very important patch for Star Citizen, since with the features it will introduce to the game, will lay the foundations for a brighter future. This update will not only expand the persistent universe, but will also help to transform Star Citizen into an actual multiplayer game. And at the same time, the main features it will introduce to the game will not only transform Star Citizen, but will also be the very first step of better things to come, features that will keep evolving until we can have on our hands a living and breathing universe. The highlight of the Alpha 3.0 update and the most important feature is without any doubt the introduction of the planetary tech of Star Citizen for the first time to the gaming world. The procedural planets and moons of Star Citizen will give to the players the opportunity to perform planetary landings, and because of the unique nature of Star Citizen as a first-person shooter, as an FPS, will also allow them to explore their surfaces in person. We have seen before procedural generated planets in other games, but the planets and moons of Star Citizen are going to be unique. And this is because they might be procedurally generated, but they will be very heavily artist driven. What that actually means is that although the developers are using procedural techniques in order to create their planets, they also intervene personally in order to add many handcrafted locations on the surface of these planets and moons, locations that will add extra value and make the worlds of Star Citizen a lot more beautiful. The celestial bodies of Star Citizen will have their own unique look and characteristics, gravity, ecosystems and biomes that will blend together in order to give a more realistic feeling, and unique conditions that the players will have to survive in order to explore them successfully. Right now in Star Citizen, the persistent universe represents a small area of the stand-on system, a solar system of Star Citizen, a small area around the gas giant of Crusader. With Alpha 3.0, the developers are going to expand this area by adding the 3 moons around Crusader, Yela, Selene and Delamar, but also a 4th moon-like asteroid, Delamar, with its landing zone Novlevsky, that in reality does not belong to the stand-on system, but will be added for further testing and variety purposes. These 4 moons will have, like we have said before, their own gravity, ecosystems and unique conditions that the players will have to battle in order to survive and perform ground exploration with success, but they will just be the beginning. The developers will continue adding with future updates the rest of the planets of the stand-on system until we can have the full stand-on system, a full solar system in Star Citizen for the first time. At the beginning we may have a gas giant, Crusader, the 3 moons around that gas giant and Delamar as a guest planetoid in the stand-on system, but starting with the next update, the 3.1, the developers are going to add the first planet of Star Citizen in the game, which is going to be Arcop, and this process is going to finish with the Alpha 3.2 by adding the rest 2 planets of the stand-on system, Microtech and Hearthstone. Like this, when this process is complete, we will have for the first time in the game a full solar system that we will be able to travel around and perform any kind of activity we want. And everything will start with the Alpha 3.0 update. The plan is to have eventually a vast universe with more than 100 solar systems and more than 300 planets. This is obviously not something that is going to happen overnight, but will take time, and the developers are aiming for a release with around 5 to 10 solar systems. It may not sound as a large number of systems, but it is huge gameplay, huge potential gameplay, because the worlds of Star Citizen, the planets and moons of Star Citizen are massive, are vast, and can take you hours to just traverse one from one side to the other. It will take you many more hours if you are looking around actively, if you are performing ground exploration. And at the same time, space around these planets, around these celestial objects, will also be full of opportunities and locations for you to visit. Right now in the game there are 2 major locations that you can visit and actually spawn from, Portolesar and Grim Hex. With the addition of the Alpha 3.0 update, We will also get a third major hub, a third landing location, which is going to be Levski on Delamar. This is going to increase our opportunities and our options for interaction with other players and of course NPC. And this is just the beginning. With the next update, the Alpha 3.1, we are also going to get space stations, additional space stations, truck stops that will work as trading hubs, as places where you can trade your goods and commodities. This will increase the variety of locations that we will be able to visit in space around the planets and moons of Star Citizen. But that doesn't mean that the surfaces of the moons, of the 4 moons that we are going to get with Alpha 3.0, are going to be empty and devoid of any interest. On the contrary, the surfaces of these moons and later planets of Star Citizen are going to be full with surprises, full with locations that we can visit and try to explore at first and hopefully later take advantage of. For now, for the 3.0, these locations will mostly be outposts that will serve a certain role and will probably hide some loot for us, some loot that could make us a little bit richer, or derelict ships, derelict sites that will have unique looks depending on their condition, of how old they are, how long they have been at the same location, at what kind of biome or moon they are located. There are going to be many different archetypes of outpost and derelict sites on the surface of the 4 moons that we will get with Alpha 3.0, sites that will be an amazing gameplay experience for everyone that enjoys exploration and wants to discover locations that nobody else has seen before, but also for more shady characters that want to perform illicit activities and hunt down or stalk other players. The goal of these outposts and derelict ships is to populate the areas, to populate the planets and moons of Star Citizen, so you will not have to traverse an empty surface, but on the contrary, you will have many points of interest to take a look around, and at the same time increase the value and the interest of that certain location. At the beginning, with the next update, these derelict sites and outposts will be empty, they will not be populated, but this is going to change with upcoming updates. The goal is to not only have certain NPC around the various outposts, but also groups of NPC occupying and inhabiting the derelict sites. NPC that could form communities that will be hostile towards you and try to kill you, or they could be friendly and try to trade with you, increasing the opportunities that can be found on the persistent universe and in general the Star Citizen universe. Exploring these derelict sites in the Alpha 3.0 update will give us a glimpse of what exploration of actual ruins will be in the future, because the developers will create ruins in the future. They will add locations on certain planets that we will be able to visit and uncover their mysteries, discover lost civilizations, and combine at the same time archaeology with exploration. Another thing that will make these locations, and not only these locations but the planets and moons of Star Citizen as well, a lot more interesting in the future, is the fact that their creation will be dictated by the very rich lore of Star Citizen. So we might see planets with very unique conditions, like on the Hades system for example, or derelict ships, derelict sites that will follow the history of the Star Citizen universe and will have many secrets to share with us. Another very important feature that will come to the game with the Alpha 3.0 update is the introduction of the first professions in Star Citizen. So with Alpha 3.0 we are going to get trading, smuggling and piracy for the first time, something that will give to the players the opportunity to start performing certain activities and start playing the game in their own preferred way. Like I have mentioned before, there are going to be 3 major trading hubs at the beginning: Portolisar, Grimhex and Levski, but with future updates, more trading hubs, more landing zones are going to continue being added, starting with the Arco planet, but also the truck stops that will provide us with more locations to perform trading. These 3 professions will be very basic at the beginning, but even like this, they will give to the economy of Star Citizen the opportunity to start taking shape. Mining and salvaging will follow, but also other professions that are more free, that will give a lot more freedom to the players, like collecting and selling fuel, or be a technician with your own mobile workshop, your own flying workshop, trying to assist other players by repairing their vessels for a fee. One thing I really like about Star Citizen and the various professions it will have in the game is that many of them will be quite specialized, and you could be a full-fledged explorer, or you can be a technician like we have already said, or you can collect fuel to resell it, or you can even be a farmer if you wish, if you have the appropriate vessel, or in the future if you wish to settle down on a planet and perform this kind of activity. What is most important is that Star Citizen as a game in the future eventually will support your dream, no matter what your dream might be, and will give you the freedom to perform any kind of activity. The goal of Star Citizen is to create a living and breathing universe. And a very good first step to achieve this is by creating planets, hundreds of planets and thousands of locations that you can visit and interact with. This will not succeed if the locations are empty. You will have to populate them with NPC with smart AI. Right now, in the persistent universe, we have some few and static NPC without any means of interacting with them, but with the Alpha 3.0 this is going to change. We are going to get smarter NPC, more NPC that will be living their own life in the verse, they will be following their own routine, and they will be able to interact with you, whether they are shopkeepers, pirates, or simply mission givers. With the Alpha 3.0 we are going to get two dedicated mission givers, Miles Eckhart and Ruto, and we can already say that Miles Eckhart is completely controlled by Sam Samson, with some very impressive dialogue options for us to choose when we are talking with him. The addition of NPC in the game will also introduce us to the reputation system, since we will have to increase our reputation with certain factions in-game in order to gain their trust, and maybe some special rewards later in the future in the form of ships and weapons. The goal for the NPC of Star Citizen is to be the 90% of the population of this vast universe, something that is quite impressive and will allow players to perform their favorite activity by interacting only with NPC. This AI will have realistic behavior not only in combat but also in the interactions with you, and it will also be able to fill certain crew positions. You will have the opportunity to hire NPC as crew members and have them perform activities that you or your friends don't want to perform. Something that will make it very easy for solo players or a small group of players to man big multi-crew vessels and go out in the verse with the ship of their dreams. The NPC of Star Citizen will continue becoming better and better, creating a lot more opportunities and options for us to choose in order to explore the verse and have a lot more fun playing Star Citizen. Another integral part of Star Citizen are the various vessels, spaceships, and also weapons that will give us many options in the Star Citizen universe to perform the activity we want and of course survive on the surface of one of the planets and moons. There is already a plethora of options when we are talking about spaceships in Star Citizen, spaceships, vessels that will be appropriate for certain activities and will allow you to perform the activity of your dreams without any problem. With every new update, Star Citizen is adding more vessels, more spaceships, and giving us more options to play this magnificent game, and this is not going to change with the Alpha 3.0 update. New ships will be added, ships that will be perfect for traveling in space, going from one trading hub to another, performing trading, or ships that will be perfect for ground exploration. And more ships, more vessels will keep getting added with future updates. These may be the main and most important features of the Alpha 3.0 update, but there are so many more new features that will come to the game with these important patch and will help transform Star Citizen. Features like the Item 2.0 system that will make interacting with components and in general pretty much everything in the verse truly amazing and easier. The new and improved star map that will make traveling in the verse, in the standard system first, and the vast Star Citizen universe later, a much more enjoyable experience, but also various applications that will be accessible through our new and improved mobiGlass and will help us proceed in the game and achieve our goals. It is obvious that Alpha 3.0, along with its amazing new features that we'll introduce to the game, will change Star Citizen once and for all, and will transform this magnificent project for the first time into an actual multiplayer game. Alpha 3.0 will be the beginning of a living and breathing universe, a universe that will offer us the freedom to perform any activity, carve our own path in the verse, and live in any way we like. Alpha 3.0 is going to be a huge milestone for Star Citizen, but is going to be just the beginning and not the end of the road. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove and I will see you around the verse. Bye bye.